These are some of the most important Greek gods. Cronus was one of the primordial deities, the first generation of gods and goddesses. Gaia was the earth and Uranus was the sky. They gave birth to the 12 Titans, with Cronus being the youngest. Cronus was the patron of the harvest, often depicted with a sickle. Gaia and Uranus also had children, the 300-handed Hecatoncheires and the Cyclops, whom Uranus disliked and imprisoned in Tartarus. Gaia sought her children's help to castrate Uranus because of this, and only Cronus agreed. Cronus ambushed and castrated Uranus, throwing his testicles and the sickle into the ocean, creating the Greek island of Corfu. Cronus and his older sister Rhea then ruled as king and queen during the Golden Age, a time of prosperity and peace. However, prophecies foretold that Cronus would be overthrown by one of his children. Paranoia drove him to swallow each child Rhea bore, except for Zeus. Rhea tricked Cronus by giving him a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes instead of Zeus, whom she secretly raised to later overthrow Cronus. Zeus is a central figure in Greek mythology, known as the king of the gods and the ruler of Mount Olympus. He is one of the 12 Olympian gods, governing the heavens, thunder, lightning, and the laws of the universe. According to Greek mythology, Zeus is the son of Cronus and Rhea, titans who ruled the cosmos before being overthrown by Zeus and his siblings. After freeing his siblings from his father's stomach, Zeus led them in a rebellion against the Titans, eventually emerging victorious and establishing his rule as the king of the gods. As the ruler of Mount Olympus, Zeus presides over the affairs of both gods and mortals, ensuring order and justice in the cosmos. He is associated with various aspects of nature, particularly thunder and lightning, which he wields as weapons against his enemies and as symbols of his power. Zeus is also known for his numerous affairs and dalliances with mortal women and goddesses, which often led to the birth of demigods and heroes. Hera is the goddess of marriage, women, and family, is the wife and sister of Zeus, and the queen of gods. She is known for her jealousy and vengefulness towards women who were involved with Zeus and their offspring. Hera's domain extends beyond marriage and family to include aspects of sovereignty and queenship. She is often depicted as a protector of women and children, as well as a guardian of the sanctity of marriage vows. When she learned that Leto was pregnant with Zeus's children, Apollo and Artemis, she attempted to prevent their birth by enlisting nature spirits. However, Poseidon, the brother of Hera and Zeus, took pity on Leto and led her to a safe place to give birth. Hera also harbored animosity towards Hercules, an illegitimate child of Zeus, and sent serpents to kill him as a baby, which he defeated with his bare hands. Later, she caused Hercules to go mad, leading him to kill his own wife and children, which then spurred him to embark on the famous 12 labors. Poseidon is known as the god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses. He is one of the 12 Olympian gods, ruling over the oceans, rivers, and all bodies of water. Poseidon is the brother of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Hades, the god of the underworld. According to Greek mythology, the three brothers divided the cosmos after overthrowing their father, the titan Cronus. Poseidon's domain became the sea and its realms, where he ruled alongside his wife Aphrodite and their children. Poseidon's powers extend beyond the sea to include earthquakes and storms. In addition to his association with the sea and earthquakes, Poseidon is also the god of horses and horse racing. A famous myth about Poseidon is the Minotaur. When Zeus's son, Minos, sought Poseidon's help to claim the throne of Crete, Poseidon gave him a splendid white bull. Minos was meant to sacrifice this bull to Poseidon, but he kept it and sacrificed an ordinary bull instead. Poseidon, enraged, caused Minos' wife to fall in love with the white bull, resulting in the birth of the Minotaur, a creature that was half human, half bull, and fed on human flesh. Athena is a major figure in Greek mythology, known as the goddess of wisdom, strategy, warfare, handicrafts, and reason. She is one of the 12 Olympian gods. Athena was born fully grown and armored from the forehead of her father Zeus, the king of the gods. This unique birth is symbolic of her association with wisdom and strategic thinking. Athena is often portrayed as a patron of heroes and champions, guiding them in battle and offering them protection and wisdom. As the patron goddess of Athens, Athena was worshipped in various temples and festivals dedicated to her. Athena's domain extends beyond warfare to include various aspects of wisdom and civilization. She is revered as the inventor of the plow, the olive tree, and the flute, symbolizing her role in fostering agriculture, industry, and culture. Athena is often depicted as a symbol of feminine strength and independence, contrasting with other female figures in Greek mythology who are portrayed as passive or submissive. She embodies the ideal of reason. courage, and justice, serving as a model for both mortal and divine beings. Hephaestus is the Greek god of fire, blacksmiths, craftsmen, artisans, sculptors, metallurgy, and volcanoes. He is one of the 12 Olympian gods, although he is not typically depicted as one of the major deities like Zeus, Athena, or Apollo. Hephaestus is the son of Zeus and Hera. However, he was born lame or crippled, which led his mother Hera to reject him and throw him from Mount Olympus. Hephaestus survived the fall and was raised by nymphs or other divine beings depending on the myth. He is credited with creating many legendary objects, including the armor of Achilles, the magical girdle of Aphrodite, and others. Hephaestus was also associated with technology and innovation, symbolizing the transformative power of fire and the human capacity for invention. Despite his humble appearance, he was revered by mortals and gods alike for his skills and contributions to civilization. Aphrodite is the Greek goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, and fertility. She is one of the 12 Olympian gods. According to Greek mythology, Aphrodite was born from the sea foam that formed around the severed genitals of Uranus, the primordial sky god, after they were cast into the sea by his son Cronus. Another version of her origin states that she is the daughter of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Dione, a titaness. Despite being married to Hephaestus, she had an affair with Ares, the god of war. When Hephaestus discovered their affair, he trapped them in a chain-link net and brought them to Mount Olympus to shame them in front of the other gods. The gods laughed at them, and only through Poseidon's intervention were they released. Ares is the Greek god of war, violence, and bloodshed, and he is one of the 12 Olympian gods. He is often depicted as a fierce and aggressive warrior. Ares is the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Hera, the queen of the gods. He represents the brutal and chaotic aspects of war, contrasting with his sister Athena, who embodies strategic warfare and tactics. Ares is often portrayed as impulsive and hot-headed, reveling in the chaos and destruction of battle. He is often depicted as being disliked by both mortals and other gods due to his violent nature and tendency to cause conflict. Ares had several children and was involved in various myths and legends, often portrayed as a powerful but reckless figure. Apollo is a prominent figure in Greek mythology, known as the god of the sun, light, music, poetry, healing, and prophecy. Apollo is the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Leto, a titaness. He is the twin brother of Artemis. Apollo is the god of healing, credited with establishing medicinal practices and the arts of medicine. His sanctuary at Delphi was home to the famous Oracle of Delphi, where priestesses prophesied the future under his influence. Despite his divine attributes, Apollo is not without flaws. He is often depicted as having a quick temper and is known for his vengeful nature, particularly in response to perceived slights or challenges to his authority. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, wild animals, nature, vegetation, childbirth, and the care of children. She is the twin sister of Apollo and one of the 3 major virgin goddesses, along with Athena and Hestia. Artemis guarded her virginity fiercely, as shown when a young hunter saw her bathing naked, leading her to transform him into a deer. He was then devoured by his own hunting dogs, who did not recognize him. Despite her association with hunting, Artemis is also a goddess of chastity and virginity. She is known for her fierce independence and dedication to her vows of celibacy, and she is often depicted as a symbol of female empowerment and autonomy. Artemis was highly revered among the ancient Greek deities. Dionysus, the god of wine, parties, and theater, is an illegitimate child of Zeus. Festivals in his honor involved mass drinking and orgies. In addition to his association with wine and revelry, Dionysus was also seen as a fertility deity, responsible for the growth of vines and crops. He was often depicted as a beneficent and generous god, bringing joy and abundance to those who honored him. Hermes is the Greek messenger god who is also associated with thieves, travelers, and merchants. He is known for his ability to move swiftly between the mortal world and the divine realm, aided by his winged sandals. Hermes guides souls to the afterlife and is considered a trickster god due to his mischievous behavior, which includes pranks and theft from other deities. He carries a golden rod as a symbol of his authority and is typically depicted wearing a winged helmet. Hermes has a history of rescuing Dionysus on multiple occasions. Demeter is perhaps best known for her role as the mother of Persephone, who was abducted by Hades, the god of the underworld. Demeter's grief and anger over the loss of her daughter led her to neglect her duties, causing a great famine to descend upon the earth. This event, known as the rape of Persephone or the abduction of Persephone, is a central myth in Greek mythology, explaining the cycle of the seasons. After much pleading from the other gods and the intervention of Zeus, it was agreed that Persephone would spend part of the year with Hades in the underworld and the rest of the year with Demeter on the earth. Demeter's joy at her daughter's return each spring brings about the renewal of life and the blossoming of plants, while her sorrow during Persephone's absence in the underworld leads to the barrenness of winter. Hades is a prominent deity, ruling over the underworld and the dead. He is one of the three powerful brothers known as the Olympian gods, alongside Zeus and Poseidon. When the world was divided after their victory over the Titans, Hades was given dominion over the realm beneath the earth, where souls journey after death. Often depicted as dark and somber, he wears a helmet that renders him invisible. One of the most famous tales involving Hades is his abduction of Persephone, the daughter of Demeter, to be his queen. This act marked the beginning of the seasons, as Persephone's time spent in the underworld with Hades led to the barrenness of winter. Despite his association with death, Hades is not typically portrayed as malicious or evil. He is depicted as stern and unyielding, but also as a fair judge who maintains order in the underworld. His role is vital in the balance of the cosmos, ensuring that the natural cycle of life and death continues uninterrupted. Hestia is a significant deity in Greek mythology, known as the goddess of the hearth, home, and family. She is one of the 12 Olympian gods, though she is not as widely celebrated in myths as some of the other Olympians. Hestia's domain includes the sacred fire of the hearth, which was central to ancient Greek households as it represented warmth, light, and the focal point for family gatherings and rituals. She doesn't have many stories, but is also known for her role in maintaining the sacred fire of the gods on Mount Olympus. These are some of the most important Greek gods explained.